So I'm just gonna do a little quick shot. I might stop and have a little bit of a campfire today and grill up some sausage and some vegetables. So, and I've got my stuff here that I'm going to put this in, but I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm just going to, I figure I wouldn't eat more than this. So, and this is already going to be a little spicy, so I'm not going to season it, but I am going to put a little bit of butter in there. We did do a book. My husband Charlie wrote it, and it's called Family Camping. And in it, I did the photography and recipes. And if you haven't ever camped before, this is a great read. And even if you have, I've got great photos and recipes in there. And Charlie's got some really awesome camping stories, because he's done a lot of camping with his family, and we have done a ton of camping too. We lived a camping life, kind of, so. That was the dishwasher. Anyways, I'm just trying to get this together really quick so I can get down the road. And we'll just scrape, I'll just put these in like this. Doesn't matter how it goes, really. Just throw it in there. And then I'm gonna, like I said, throw a little bit of butter in there, just to help it to cook up really good. So I just this is just parchment paper. You can probably really hear it. I like the parchment paper because it helps to not burn things. And the tinfoil, of course, helps to not roast it too much too. And I go ample, so I can stick them in some pretty hot coals when I do that. Anyways, and then I put some ice in here and put this in here, and my lunch is ready to go. Okay, so today I don't have a plan. Everybody should have a plan. But in a way I have a plan. I have a plan of heading out somewheres. I've got the car running, I'm ready to go, I've got my food packed, and I would love to go to a place where I can see some of the geese and swans that are coming in, because I know they are. People are getting a lot of photos of them. But the east looks good again. The lighting looks just fabulous out there. So I think that's what I'll do, is I'll go back out there and see what I can find, and hopefully make a campfire, make my lunch, because that's all I brought. Well, actually, no, I always have backup. I have dehydrated food for backup and a little cook stove. So anyways, let's go see what we find today. So here I am at the pullout I like to pull out at, where the Matanuska River is here, and there's this little spring that comes into it, and this is where the little dipper bird likes to hang out, and where salmon spawn in the fall. Okay, so I'm just pulled off the highway up by Caribou Creek, and it's really an awesome creek. It's got a lot of minerals up further, gold miners and stuff. But anyways, it's also in the wintertime a lot of different areas where ice climbers like to go up and climb up different places there. And I'll have to show you pictures. I've got pictures. But anyways, I think I'll just go on the upper trail. The first ice climb that they do, it's called Kids Corner. And it's a shorter one, I guess, or you can walk to it. And anyways, but they come out on a trail. They don't come back down usually, or they can, but a lot of times they come out this trail. So I'm going to go up the trail and hopefully see them when they come up. They say they're hoping to catch one more climb because it's melting so fast now, and it'll get too dangerous, you know. So I think it was like 38 degrees. It feels a lot warmer in the sun here. I'll probably bring my backpack, just because I'll probably need to unload my coat and a few other things, and I'll bring my lunch and hopefully have my little cookout. And anyways, I'll get underway here. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of steep coming up out of here, up off the parking lot, and it kind of just climbs for quite some time. Not this steep up the way, but pretty steep. You can see I'm not very far up the trail, and it's gaining a lot of altitude already. That's the Lion's Head over there. Here we are, getting a little further up the trail and above the road. So right now I'm up at the top of Kids Corner, and I can hear them. So they're still coming up here. I'll just sit and wait. There they are. Got to come up this little deal, which is kind of almost the last bit of it. And there they go. Nice climb. Caught the ice climbers, which was really cool. Those guys are pretty awesome. It's nothing really I want to do, but I admire it. And it's adventurous, right? So anyways, I'm just gonna look for a little camp spot right now. Make a little fire and have some lunch. I'm hungry, and we'll see what we can find here. So I'm kind of looking over this little area. There's a lot of dead wood in here, and I'm just going to be making a small fire, and I'm going to pack down the snow. So I'm not going to make a fire so big that it'll have lots of coals and burn down to the ground and be an issue later on that we don't want. So anyways, but you can see there's lots of dead wood, so I can make a little fire here. Most of the time I chop my head off, right? So anyways, I'm going to pack down a little bit of an area. You can see maybe that there's a dead tree here and there's dead stuff here, and so I don't want to be too close to that, but I'm just going to pack this area down, and I'll grab some dead stuff, and I brought a little bit of paper so that I could start a fire easy, though there's plenty of other fire starters around. But anyways, just pack it down, and maybe I'll lean everything against that tree right there. So I can't really take off the snowshoes yet because everything's given out. It's just real wet, condensed snow that you just go through. You know, I would be down to probably thigh deep. I don't know. Stuff down. Kind of looking forward to a little fire and some food. It's going to be finger food because I forgot a fork. But that's okay. Finger food's good. So I've kind of packed down this little area here. And then I'm going to make some of this a lot smaller. It should catch pretty easy anyways, just because these are pretty dry. And they'll sink into the snow pretty quick too, so I'll be putting my little meal on right away. And the stuff I brought, the sausage is really actually pre-cooked, so I'm just mostly just heating it up. my, store-bought matches, because I kind of tend to like matches better than little lighters, but just because I'm not very good at doing those lighters. Oh, I forgot my paper. Now, since I forgot my cheater, let's see how it goes. Gloves on. Let's see what we got here. Well, we got one of these. Little scratch thing. Should get it all wet, probably. And let's see if I'm a one-match girl or not. I think that's a extra. Hey, these are pretty cool. I kind of like this thing, especially when you don't remember your paper. Put this back away. I should have brought a bag. Oh, I got my cookie. I can put this in a plastic bag that way. I'll just take my cookie out. Keep that dry. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna put this guy on right away. Fire's doing good. I brought something to drink. And I probably can't take off my snowshoes, even though I'd like to, but I need to probably get myself a poker stick. For my little meal. Get two. It's a hot fire. It's actually burnt through my tinfoil. This is called crude camping. It's actually pretty extravagant when you're bringing real food anyways, but which is always really a good addition. I love dehydrated meals too. They're always handy and lightweight. Can't wait to see how this turns out. It's a little hotter. Well, I don't usually throw it on quite that quick usually. I usually let things cool down to coals and stuff, but in this situation, you know, I don't want to make a big fire so that coals are so hot that they sink down, and then you know, because hot coals can go through once they're down to the ground. You might think your fire's out, but sometimes they go down into the roots and they can continue to burn, and in the summertime then they can flare up. So we don't want that. Okay. I think we'll let that cool down. I think I kind of burnt all my parchment paper. That was hot. I guess I maybe overdid this one a little bit. Okay, well, and I don't have a plate. Like I say, it's finger food mixed with parchment paper, I guess. Oh no, it's looking good under there. Actually, yeah, it looks pretty darn good. When you're hungry, this is really good. And so I can get a close-up shot of that. I'll definitely have to pick around things a bit. It'll be good though. I should have maybe waited a little bit longer. Maybe till it was like right now. That would have probably been way optimum. But I'm not too picky. Let's see. Oh man. Just stick the paper out. I think I'm going to be so good. Oh, it's warm. I can't believe it burnt the parchment paper. I thought that was supposed to take a really high heat. It's really good. It's tasty. Campfire's out. It's time to go. That was really a yummy meal. We'll do it again soon. I love this view. It's a nice little viewpoint when you come up this trail. It's not real far up here. And you get this beautiful view. This is, Caribou Creek and the bridge. And that's actually Lion's Head over to the right there at the top. And I'm sure I'll do a trek up there this summer. I always do. I love it up there. You get to the top of that and you can see the whole world. Or it feels like it. Anyways, I'll continue down. It's clouding up. I did this just right, didn't I? Anyways, see you at the bottom. I just have to spend a second on this. This is sheep poop, mountain sheep, Dall sheep. And they come down in the winter when it's too snowy at top, I suppose. Anyways, I've seen them down here in November, December, January, and February. Different times. It's so cool when they come down to the highway. Then I can get some photos of them. I'll have to share those with you too. But this trail, they go up and down this trail in the wintertime. So I don't know if you can see right here where there's a sheep trail that comes down. But in the wintertime, that's where they come down off of here. Sometimes it probably gets too snowy and they can't find food, and so they come down here and they actually cross the road sometimes. I've never heard of anybody hitting one, but I know they cross the road. I've seen them. Anyways, pretty cool spot to come see a sheep sometimes. It's always good to be back at the car. It's always fun to be out where I am at, but it's always good to get back to the car. It's just so beautiful. And at this time of the year,
it gets kind of hard to get out because of the trails getting soft, the snow trails. You can get out early in the morning. Sometimes it freezes overnight and go out, but you got to get back in time. So this was really fun to get out there today and probably enjoy one of the last days until things melt really good and I can get on a trail that's all melted out. Anyways, what an adventure. It was a fun day. I had a great time. And I guess I might just head up the highway just a little bit more just to see if there's anything else. But I'll also remember to hook up my GoPro for the rock slide and see how that's doing. It's probably a good idea for me to get back down before... I don't want to be going down that hill when it's getting 60 above all of a sudden and those rocks are just going to loosen up and start falling. Anyways, I pray that nobody gets hurt. Anyways, we'll talk to you soon. Okay, this is like everyday Alaska. You can just drive up the highway and see all this beautiful, beautiful stuff. That's Lion's Head. And like I said, I will show you this summer. I will hike up to the top of that. There's a trail, and the view from there is out of this world. It's an AT&T site for our cell phones, and it is the most amazing place. So here's just kind of a recap a little bit, because down below is where Caribou Creek was, and that's over across. I'm up on a pullout just above Caribou Creek, and this area here, the sheep are usually up here. I didn't notice any today. I always bring my binoculars and I have them, and I did do a little glassing and I didn't see any right away, but they're probably up there sleeping because it's a nice day. I don't see them so easily when they're sleeping and being still. And this time of year also it's a little harder to see them because of the snow and the rock. It just helps them to blend in, which is part of nature's plan and protection for them. Anyways, I'll head back down the highway and show you the rock slide area.